What's up everybody, my name is Pete, and I think you guys just watched a workout video that Spencer did. So I wanted to follow that up with a morning ritual I've been doing for probably, I don't even know how long, over 20 years now, which is my morning protein shake. A lot of guys and girls, they want to do protein shakes, but they don't know what to do. They say they taste like crap, or they taste chalky, or they don't know what to put in it. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little inside info on what I make. Literally every single day of my life, I make one of these to start off my day. So let's get into it. You're gonna start out with, I just fill a cup of water to the top, but in the Vitamix here, it equals 2 cups of water. So I get that to the 2 cup line. It's pretty much perfect for what I put in my shakes. Obviously, if you're loading your shake up with something extra that I'm not using, you'll add a little bit more water so it doesn't get too thick and become undrinkable. Once you have your 2 cups of water in your blender, whatever type of blender you're using, I have a Vitamix here, but a blender's a blender. They'll get the job done no matter what you have. The 2 cups of water are in. I like to turn my blender on before I start putting my ingredients in. Otherwise, a lot of the stuff will get caked to the side of the blender. Then when you're blending it, you'll see it all stuck to the side. So if you turn the blender on first, it mixes right away and it doesn't give it a chance to stick to the side. So the blender's on. I always use greens, super greens. This one's called Amazing Grass Green Superfood. And I like chocolate shakes. I do chocolate peanut butter most of the time. But if you're doing fruit or whatever you'd like to do, whatever works for you. Some people like fruit, some people like vanilla. Some of these protein companies have snickerdoodle and banana and all sorts of flavors. I'm a chocolate guy, so I always stick with chocolate. So I just take 1 scoop of my super greens and get it in there. Now let's go to, and again, this is just what I put in my shakes. You feel free to do whatever you like. These are what work well for me. For digestion, I love using fiber, so I use psyllium husk powder, and there's different brands out there. Right now I'm using this guy here. By the way, I'm not affiliated with any of these companies. This is just what I happen to be using at the moment. So in no way, shape, or form am I telling you to go buy these brands. Feel free to do what you'd like. The psyllium husk powder, I use a teaspoon of. If you overdo it on this stuff, you're gonna see the true power of fiber. So proceed cautiously with this. I do not recommend exceeding a tablespoon of it unless you want to be running to the toilet multiple times a day. Another ingredient I always use is collagen. This is great for a lot of different things. For me, I use it for my joints. It will make all your nails grow faster. It's good for your hair. It's good for your skin. It's good for a bunch of different things, but I use it for my joints. Just to add a little extra bonus. Again, the serving size on this is just 1 scoop. Pop that in there. I always throw in a banana. Obviously, bananas are good for you. It'll also give a little sugar and sweetness to your protein shake. You hear people that complain that the protein shakes taste like crap. It's typically because they just take their powder, stick it in water, shake it with a shaker, and try to drink it. And normally that does taste like crap. So this is why I add all this extra stuff in here for the nutrition, for the nutrients and vitamins, but also for taste. I always crack a raw egg just for added clean protein. Pop it in there. When it blends up with all this other stuff, you'll never taste it. It's just an added bonus. So we'll get this raw egg in here. I use organic peanut butter. It's low in sugar. It's not like crappy stuff that's really bad for you. Just to get the peanut butter flavor in there. Peanut butter is obviously delicious to most people, including me. Peanut butter chocolate always goes well together. So I do maybe about a tablespoon of peanut butter. Sometimes I'm more generous with it just because I love peanut butter, but we'll get that in there. And now for the protein. Right now I'm using this protein. It's called MRE Light from a company called Redcon 1. I've been using this for a couple months now. It tastes delicious. It's a really high quality, good protein. I'm enjoying it. I typically switch my proteins up every couple months because I usually get tired of what I'm using. I go from whey-based to, this is actually animal-based. I'll go to plant-based as well. It just kind of depends what I'm in the mood for and when I feel like changing it up. You just go with the serving size that it says on the container. This is 1 scoop. And 1 scoop is going to give you 24 grams of protein. Get a little bit, make sure it's full and jammed in there. There we go. And we're going to drop that in. That's pretty much all the ingredients I use. Sometimes if I have coconut oil, I'll throw that in there too. If I have a little bit of avocado, I'll throw some of that in there. I use hemp seed, I think it's hemp seed shells or hemp seeds. I'm out of those right now, but you can get creative with this stuff. Obviously, you don't want to put candy in here or, you know, any garbage. All this stuff that I'm using is pretty good for you. I try to go organic, try to keep it clean. And this thing tastes delicious. So I'm just gonna grab some ice real quick. Basically what I do now is I get this thing up to full speed. It's gonna get really loud. And then as it's full speed and it settles in, I drop in 4 ice cubes, you know, just to make it cold. So I'm gonna crank this bad boy up now and put my ice in. It's gonna get loud, so I'm not gonna do much talking. With these Vitamixes, you can control the speed, which is nice. So you can bring it down slowly and kind of minimize the amount of bubbles that kind of settle at the top. If you've never noticed this, if your drink has a bunch of bubbles on the top and you drink it, you'll end up burping a lot. So I like to spin it around, get the bubbles out. And that's that. I always give it a little spin here. Again, just to get all the bubbles off the top. And you're gonna see the consistency of this is beautiful. Not too thin, not too thick like a milkshake. Delicious. Seriously, this is probably one of the best tasting protein shakes you'll ever find. The only other thing I do here in the morning is I take a multivitamin. I love this one, and I've recommended it to a few people, and they love it too. So, this multivitamin is Garden of Life, and it's called Vitamin Code, and it's specifically designed for men. They have a women's version too. I only take half a serving of it. I usually take 2 of these in the morning and maybe 2 at night or 1 at night, depending on if I feel like I need it, if I worked out hard, or, you know, just depending on how my day went. And then I always use a liver supplement. This is just one I'm getting off Amazon. It's called Nature's Craft Liver. Your liver is super important to how you feel. So the better shape your liver's in, the better you're gonna feel and the better your body's gonna run. So I use a liver cleanse every day, just as a added kind of supplement to try to help myself out. I take 1 of these in the morning and 1 before I go to bed at night. And there you have it. This is a great protein shake. With all the extra stuff I put in here, you're probably looking at easily 40 grams of protein. There's not a ton of sugar. You get your greens, you get your collagen, you get your protein, you get some egg, you get some stuff added for flavor, and it's a great way to start your day. You throw in a multivitamin or whatever supplements you like, and you're gonna be a badass machine when you walk out the door. So that's about it. I'll stop talking and get to drinking my shake. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments section. I'll be happy to answer anything I can. And as always, live bearded.